Oi, oi, how you doing? Today is Monday, the 21st of December 2020. This is episode number 29 of me trading the UK horse races, just like they would be financial markets. Another day at it. Yesterday, if you saw yesterday's stream or upload to YouTube, then you know I did incur. I was playing a much more aggressive kind of approach to the trading. And in some ways, I think it was quite reckless, really. But I mean, I did from the outset say that I was aware of that. But really, it's about dialing that back in now. Just getting back to what works. It is important, as I emphasised before, to after getting some consistency of something, experimenting and doing some other types of trades, trying to increase position sizes. But that's the beauty of having these videos. You've always got something to look back on and see what has worked and what hasn't. So yeah, with that in mind, let's just see what we've got going on today. Again, always daily streaming on Twitch, just Mr. Exchange Trader, and then uploading the same day to YouTube. So we have got 20 minutes to tee off. We've got a favourite here. Odds on favourite that's come in hitting resistance, most likely at twos. Just going to blow up this chart, see what we can see. So yep, so these highs here have been twos, so this has struggled to move much higher than twos, hitting that resistance. So a break of that might be of interest. It has been very, very strong, but certainly a break of these lows could be of interest to short as well. So the second favourite here we've got at sixes. It looks like it's finding support at, I can't read that number off the chart. Let's have a look at, I think it's 5.4 these lows here. So a break lower of 5.4 may be interest, especially if that coincides with a break of twos on this. Wouldn't be going for both of them, so I wouldn't be going long on that, short on that, because effectively it's like betting on the same thing. But it's just confirmation. So moving one will correlating to moving other gives me some context to take a trade on at least one of those selections. Third favorite here is just come in, steamed in, and it's pulling away now. Could be signs of a reversal, where it just goes to attack these highs, but also could just be a pullback where it then attacks these lows again. So yeah, let's just wait and see. All this looks like it's on a drift. Very high odds though. So yeah, I just want to be a little less aggressive in terms of the positions that I take today. Learning from yesterday. Again, an important thing, just not to be too big for your boots, because the market does always humble you. So yeah, it's important to stay respectful to what's going on.
This event has been suspended.
So yeah, as well, just to check on these other metrics as well. So 19 minutes to the off, it's a nice amount of time, nice tight book, and 81 grand matched. So these are good trading conditions. So 5.6. So at the moment, just waiting for breaks, really. Breaks of support or resistance to hop on the back of. So this support here is tens. So break lower than that may be of interest. One thing I noticed as well is I was holding positions for a lot longer yesterday, as well as taking on more risk. I was holding positions for, compared to some of the earlier videos, holding it for much longer in the anticipation. I mean, there was instances where there's still reasonably good reason to hold the positions, but in terms of the technical price action, but you've got to remember, the longer that you hold a position in the market, the more risk you're exposed to. So, yeah, just interesting to see how might do today. Of course, something is really bothering my processor, my computer fan there. God, I don't know what that is. Let's just close off some of these windows. Yeah, still nothing's really materialized yet. 16 minutes 45 seconds to the off. But as always, this is being very much a waiting game, so don't want to rush in as well on this first trade of the day. Ease into it. This could be gearing itself up. Yeah, I don't want to preempt this as well. I mean, I do feel that this is, the way this has come in, break of twos on this would be likely quite a strong break higher, because this resistance is held for a long two, psych level twos as well. But I don't want to just guess on that. There's nothing really as yet that gives convincing signs that would happen. I mean, the bearishness on these, like second and third, is helpful, but it hasn't really broken anything to say, this is going to convincingly break higher. So therefore, just wait and wait and wait. 15.5 minutes. There were a couple, I think there's 1 or 2 extra YouTube followers as well, so appreciate that. Thank you for the follows. There seems to be some correlation between these two here now. This kind of pull in and then gentle drift. Pull in, gentle drift. Arguably there's some of that in this as well. So yeah, there's nothing really to go off in terms of, some divergence in the actual prices, which is what I want to see. One moving one way, the other the other. Lower of tens. This is where the patience is tried. So 13 minutes 45 to the off. Still haven't seen any opportunities of yet to jump on the back of. Of course, other traders might be seeing this different and made their money by now, but just trying to play my own game really. 5.8. So this is marginally broken this resistance at 5.8. Potentially to get long on this. Be careful, it just isn't out of impatience, but let's see. I feel that this is edging higher, so I've put in a position accordingly. So I've got filled. Have another one likely to get filled on the touch. Just has to be careful of that rolling over. Just not too convinced with the way. I mean, this is still, this move here at least is bullish, but it's started to potentially roll over to break that, you know, this support here at 5.6 that it's been finding. So I've moved this down to break even, but I've got position. Well, I say that. I was going to say I got position on that. So I'm looking to scratch this effectively at the moment. See if we can get out, break even, and just reassess. So it didn't do what I wanted or what I anticipated it would do, which was break higher. So got out. This is it's gradually creeping towards twos. Like I said, if that breaks two, certainly I'd expect quite a strong move higher, and then breaks in support of these other ones as well. But yeah, I have to wait for that to happen first, really. This was tens, wasn't it? Yeah, 10. I think there's quite a gap between the races today as well. Or is there? Oh, it's 15 minutes. Okay. I'm gonna stay with this one for now. See, this is breaking lower now, so intuition on actually getting out of that was a good idea, because you can see I'd have been on the wrong side of that for sure. 5.2. Okay, this has actually broken its support to move lower. That's approaching twos. What's happening here? See if I can get something on here. Especially, you know, I can get some more on if I can. So what I'm anticipating, seeing this creep down lower and then this creep up to twos, if that breaks, although I'm not in position on this, I anticipate if that breaks twos, this has already started to move, so there should be a violent move downwards in this. But it's creeping, but it's still hitting that resistance. There we go. Can't be too greedy. Just trying to listen. It's still teetering around that twos. See if I can get filled on this one. Oh, yeah. That's flat. So that's broken twos. This has already made its move anyway, so you know that's a decent result for these stakes. So yeah, I mean I'm happy with that. Could potentially trade further, but you know, me 8 minutes to the off is a bit tight on the time frame that I work with normally. But this basically looks like it could be now finding support around this twos. Although it hasn't broken, you know, much higher, it's still gearing up for a bigger move, especially with this coming in quite hard. Could see this drift further, and obviously this just move in. But I am happy with that result. So let's move on to the next one. So oh, just got a nagging feeling that I might have left open positions in that. Let's just have a look. No, I haven't. Good man. All right, so the next one here is 54 grand matched. Good. With 21 minutes to the off, 22 minutes thereabouts. Tight book, 101%, 0.5. Favorite at 4 freeze. So this has been going out, drifting, consolidating for a period of time. Second favorite here at 4s has come in and found support. So you could say these are inversely correlated. The same move here, up, consolidate, is the same as this, but opposite, down, consolidate. This here has been drifting, so this could be good to be bullish on. Right, so this has been coming in. Well, that's interesting. So these two seem inversely correlated, as do these two. Yeah, interesting. Never seen that because let me just think. Well, these are consolidating together, and these are just playing off of each other. Okay, all right. So let's see what we can do with this. So 10s is the support on this, and can't read that number. Probably 11.5. 4.4. So breaker 4.4 might be a short position on this. So this bearishness continues and it moves lower. So looking for breaker 4.4 on that. This one, 3.75. Well, that's the highest it's trading at. Yeah, so breaker 3.75 higher might be the interesting play on this. But also got to look at this potentially breaking lower as well. Same with this actually. This could break either way. So that one's a bit tricky. This one obviously bullish, so could take a position off a 10s at the moment, but just gonna hang fire on that because yeah, there's not much liquidity coming through. I could be stuck in that for a while if I attempted a long position. So hang fire. So 22. 19 minutes to go. That's all good. Waiting game. 'So not much changed in the few moments that I've been here. Well, not that few, but times since I've been here. The characteristics of these this price action has remained pretty constant. We've had consolidating here, drifting here, and come in and consolidate on this one. Oh, in fact, so these two are I think I've done a reorder, which is why this one is now different. I think that's the case, don't know, but these two here look like they're correlated and moving in the same direction. This move down here and flat, this move down here and flat. If you do happen to be watching on YouTube as well, there is the playlist where you can see the progress that I've made over the last 39 days of trading, almost every day. I think there's only 2 days that I haven't made a recording, but yeah, it's all there as progress, as evidence of what I've been doing. So it's like it's coming into a support, so 3.5 breaks of 3.5 might be of interest. So whereas before I was quite bullish on this just because of this prior movement here, it's, you know, it's held at support for quite a while and could be edging lower. So I'm now more bearish on this than bullish. So should this come into 3.5 and break 3.5, that would be of interest to me. And similarly this, a break higher. So bullish on this one. Let's see if I can get a read on that. So it's about 4.6. So 4.6 break higher on this and 3.5 break lower on this. And I am, whereas before from early, oh hang on, what's going on here? 4.4. Okay, that's just gone into its support. Well, it's actually breaking lower. Okay, so that's broken 4.4. It's just broken through that resistance support. I'm trying to get a position on this. So just trading the breakout. Aggressive entry there. Let's see if I can get some money on there. The other option is to go back bullish on this. It just shows you how quickly decisions can flip-flop depending on how the price breaks. So I'm bullish on this again now and then bearish on this. So yeah, shit can change quick. I'm just trying to see if I can get a fill short on this. So quite aggressive entries. And by aggressive I just mean that they're quite, you know, there could be better value for money that I could wait for, like wait for it to pull back before entering. But let me just play the support play here. Oh, there is, ah, shit, hang on, just take that down a tick. So just seeing some sharp movements up on that, which could correlate to some sharp movements down on this. Play a bit more defensive on that. See if I can get another one in on that. So got some skin in the game. It's pulling back here. Okay, got filled on all of those. So £35 a net position. Question is, do I think it's going to break lower still? I think there's a good chance. It's good, you know, scope in the price action, but just need to be, you know, wary. Let's put some of these down here, so that's very. yeah, it's good enough reason to at least hold out for a bit longer. And then we got 12 minutes 20 seconds. This is approaching its highs here still, potentially breaking it. This is still being quite bearish overall. £35 net position. I think is one thing that I need to looking back over some of the older ones is just pay have more consideration around the risk to reward in terms of each of the positions I take, because sometimes they are a bit out of kilter. This position here is actually okay, but yeah, it's just something to fine tune in future, I guess. So what's going on here? Could this just be finding resistance before punching lower, or could it be the opposite of it finding support before it punches higher? I'm still of the opinion this is acting as resistance, so it could, you know, move lower. So I'll hold out for now. But again, I have to be willing to accept that it might just not do what I want it to, but just work around that. So I've got some of that position taken off now, so I've got a little bit more wiggle room, a little less risk, if you like. Just going to pull that one up. The thing to remember is, like, the longer that I'm in this, the greater the risk, and that's what I wasn't really paying attention to yesterday. I was aware of it, but it's just, you know, I was just playing around a bit more. But the longer that I have that position open, the greater risk, because there's more that can go wrong. So if the price hasn't, you know, started to punch to make new lows within a you know, a considerable amount of time, then I need to just revise my expectations of what could happen. Even if that means, you know, giving back a bit of profit. Yeah, that's the defensive game. So this here is, you know, this resistance has held at around whatever it is, 3.7, 3.75. So it hasn't convincingly moved higher, thus pushing this convincingly lower. This has been teetering around here, you know, around this. In fact, look, yeah, it's breaking a bit higher. Oof. Okay, let's deal with this. So, not reason to panic at all just yet, but I need to be wary that this is punching lower and this has broken its resistance to potentially move higher. So, gotta act. So what can we do? Let's move this to here. That's my position on that. Not great. As it breaks higher, there's a tendency for it to pull back anyway to previous resistance to find support. So I'm just trying to position myself based on that expectation. How long? 8 minutes. That's a bit of indecision there. Come on, mate. Don't want indecision. Need to be decisive. You see how I was moving around those potential exits, but see if I can get filled on these be a small loss, maybe break even. There we go. I mean, I would have got filled at break even, but hey, who knows what the price is going to do. Just take a small loss and move on. So yeah, so you know, could have acted earlier on that one, maybe got, you know, maintained some profit, but not mad. It's only a small loss on that, and feel I traded it responsibly. So that's what I often say, you know, my objective isn't really to make money, it's just to trade well. Can I look back on any trade and say, okay, based on what was happening there, did I do the best that I could based on the information I was seeing at the time? In that instance, yeah, I think I did. I mean, it could have held up for break even, but it's a defensive game that I'm trying to play at the moment. So this one here, next one is 26 grand. Not as great as the other ones, but 21 minutes to match. 26 grand is still okay. The book's got quite a bit of vig in it. Well, a little too much. I'd prefer it to be under 2%, 102%. But oh, okay. So these are quite high priced odds here. So there's no clear favourite, if you like. They're all priced around sevens or eights. How big's the field? So it's going to be less. I guess when they're priced like this, the tightness of the book isn't going to have such an impact, because, you know, there's no clear favourite that's kind of dominating the movement in the book. You can see the actual volume is pretty evenly distributed among at least the top three. They've all got about 5 grand, 18 to 20% of the volume. So favourite, or the top one here, is being very flat, consolidated. Second favourite here is, I mean, it's consolidated but with a bias, I would say, to a drift. So maybe breaking these highs might be of interest to go long on. Those highs being, I can't get a read on those highs currently, but this high here, and then this, I would say overall bearish, but it's been quite a deep pullback. And, you know, if this price now then goes to attack these this high again, which was this previous support, might be partial to be bullish on that, because, you know, break of that high could see this reverse rather than just pull back. This one here, you can see it's support these previous lows, so that's at 8s. So a break lower than 8s could be of interest to short. So that's what I can see. 27 grand match, that's better, I guess. I mean, well, it's not actually that much more, was it? 26 to start with, but yeah, 19 minutes to go. It's tradable. It's a decent amount of money to work with in terms of match volume. It means there's at least money coming in, or has been money coming in. Sevens, no, that can't be right. Wait, 6.6. Okay, that's what it is. So 6.6. I'm guessing 6.6 is the support that I'm looking at here. So break lower than that could be worth shorting. I mean, I could just try and make a market on this, because it's been consolidating just back and then lay them back. But there's no I don't have any directional bias on that. Whereas with these, I'm saying, yeah, I'm bullish on this or I'm bearish on this. You know, this is just flat. So, you know, could just play off of that and try and make a market. But yeah, I prefer not to do that, really. I want to see the beauty of it, of looking for breaks, is there's more profit potential. When it breaks, you know, it's not just a tick or two that you're going for. There's more scope to make more money, which the first trade that I done is a perfect example of that. because I waited on the break for so long, it meant, you know, there was more money out of it. I think that's probably the best trade that I've done on screen live. $222. So still waiting. So this one's gone a bit odd since first looking. It's come down into its support here at these previous lows, pulled away again back into these highs. So yeah, I mean, I guess, yeah, waiting on breaks. It has pierced that high. Yeah, I'm just undecided on that one, really. It's just misbehaving, really, with regards to the price. So I have to look elsewhere for opportunity. So 16 minutes to the off. Nothing's really jumping out at me yet. 7.4 is the high. Just gonna have a quick peek when the next one is. Just looking off screen for a sec. Yeah, it's a while off. Going to do a reorder. So yeah, I don't anticipate these switch around a lot. So just if you're using the software, this reorders this 1, 2, 3 with the arrow, reorders the selections from lowest odds to highest odds. And I'd expect, you know, frequent reordering now because all these are priced at sevens or 8s in the top 4. Alright, this was the previous first one. It looks like it's actually breaking resistance now. Okie doke. So this has come out of its consolidation, broken. So there's a bit more scope to be bullish on this, but just cautious of these highs at around 8s. That it's moving into that resistance. Don't like that at all, son. Don't like it. Because the problem is I'll be buying into that resistance or potential resistance, whereas I prefer to buy off support because there's more potential for it to move. So I could just buy here and then, you know, get caught out as it goes into that. This looks like it might be materialize into break lower. So 6.8 I think is my reference on this. So breaking 6.8 is the breakout. $13 minutes and 25 seconds till the off. So now for me the better play on this, just talking about this one again, it was consolidating. It probably breaking 8s might be a more viable trade to be long, because then it passes all that previous resistance and has a clear breakout where, you know, it could come back in to find support off of 8s or the level it's at now, 7.6. But yes, it's trying to think a few steps ahead there. There's no guarantee that that's going to happen. And also waiting on this one here to break 6.8, see if that will happen. This one here, what we got? What is that support? 6.6, I guess, 6.4. This level. Cool, this is taking a while, isn't it? And today I think the races are 15 minutes apart, but so far they've been reasonable quality. Oh, hang on. Alright. See, staying in something for so long, you can lose attention and miss stuff. So you've just got to stay on your toes, really. Just trying to get short on this. Okay, so got some skin in the game. Tenner. So 20 quid, possibly 30 quid now if that gets matched as well. Hang on, that's 25. What are you doing? What are you doing? So I'm happy to take this, or willing to take this up to £30 net position. It has broken lower. It's coming back into that resistance. So I'm still bearish on this, but you know, I could still see this move towards its lows, but it's quite a deep pullback, so it could be gearing for, you know, moves higher. So what you gonna do about it? What else can I see? I mean, this is, you see, this is broken 8s, so that was what I was talking about, it breaking its resistance. So that's pushing higher, which could help push this lower. But let's just see what we can do here. Just pay attention to the task at hand. So this will put me, if this gets filled, that will put me at £30 net position. So I need these 7s to hold as resistance. It's going into it. What do you want to do? Let's think. What's happening? Yeah, okay, that's showing signs of bearishness. This is a bit more bullish now, especially as it's gone into that resistance. In fact, these are inversely correlated in this latest move. So this has gone up, hit resistance, consolidate. This has gone down, hit support, consolidated. So need to react, reduce my profit expectations, preserve capital if I can. very bullish now, but there's still context for at least to pull back. Let's see if I can lighten some of this though. How am I going to do this? 6.6, and I need to do it before the market decides for me. Let's put this into sevens. Breaking support now, or potentially breaking support rather than pulling back into it. But I've positioned myself here just to, reduce some of this position. What is that level? 6.8? No, 7.
This event will start in 5 minutes. 5 minutes.
This is an annoying one, this one. It is hitting resistance. Still some scope for it to come back into sevens. Yeah, can't be leaving this too long, so it's going to 8s now, which is this line across here as its resistance. All right, 4 minutes left. So I'm just looking at this as a reference point of support where the price could come back into. Could being the operative word. All right, running out of time here. 3 minutes. Much closer to the wire than I'm accustomed to. Regretfully, or reluctantly I should say, just taking my position to the money. Although there's still good scope for this to come down Let me just have a quick. It's too late now. It's been taken out. But you know, these pushing out could actually help this position come in. But it's just I'm just running out of time. So last £15 position here to get out. Hesitated and price has gone away on me again. Holding in the potential that 8s is going to be resistance, but you know, dear oh dear. All right, so 338 on that. My God, just need to get shit together. So the started the day on £2.22.
This event will start in 60
profit,
seconds.
then 34p loss, and this one here £3.34. Obviously puts me down on the day. So on the back foot, but let's continue. I need to look back and see what I can be doing different in those. I do feel the risk to reward is out of whack on some of the positions, and again, like I was saying, just holding things for a bit too long. In any case, we've got 15 minutes to the off on this one. Favourite at 2's come in, found support. Second favourite finding support. These look like they're inversely correlated, so this is finding support, this is finding resistance. Both very rangy at the moment. So 2.12. 2.12 looks like it's a support level here, so I'm just looking at this chart here to determine that the lows that it's made is 2.12, which on the historical chart or the static chart would be these lows here. So breaks lower, that could be interesting, especially if it correlates to a break of this, for example. This is quite bullish, although it's quite rangy. There's a, you know, the lows have got higher, so break higher maybe of 11s might be of interest. I have to see. Just check on. Oof. And today, for some reason, there isn't. The races don't go into the evening. So what I might usually do is, you know, take an hour off or so, a couple of hours, 3 hours, whatever, and come back and trade the evening. But that isn't an option today. They finish at 5:25. So yeah, it's just something that I'll need to bear in mind going forward. Okay, so this is at its support level. Mm, 7.2. Okay. So still waiting to see if this breaks 2.12. This here, a break of 7.2 might be of interest to be long on. Let's just wait and see. This also breaking 11s might be of interest, but I think this is going to drive, this moving lower is likely to drive these moving out on aggregate. But it's waiting for it to see if it breaks its support. 2.12. $12 minutes to go, 44 grand matched. So decent trading conditions, but just want to be patient and see if this breakout happens. course, I could preempt it and get in now at preferable price, but you know, it hasn't confirmed it. It hasn't shown its cards yet, so I prefer to wait to see it say that it's going to break and then enter, or wait for a pullback and then enter, rather than preempt it when it could just be hitting support and pull away and you know, be left with a be fucked because you've got a bad position. It's going against you. So just waiting on the break, really. Let's have a quick reorder. 13.5. Yeah, you can see all of these are just at resistance or nearing resistance. This one's 7s, this one's whatever that is, like 11. This one's 13.5. So these are all geared to potentially move higher. But yeah, it's just waiting on the driver here. This is the catalyst. Because it's, I mean, mathematically, it's the majority of the book. It's about 50% of the book. So just try to position myself there to get some skin in the game, some an aggressive entry, some you know, outside the money. So it is starting to move down. Haven't got as much on that as I'd have wanted, but hey, still got some skin in the game. These are breaking higher as anticipated. I'm trying not to divert my attention too much between you know, selections. 7s. All right, let's see if I can get 7s on that. Close this one out. Close these out. But you can see, basically, I said as soon as that broke 2.12, that's what's going to be the catalyst, and it seems that's been the case. It's been driving at least these past their resistance points. So £20 on this one. Where do I want this? Oh, coming back in. So you can just see how this one's moving in. I mean, I didn't get as much on that as I wanted. Otherwise, I could be riding this down. I mean, there's always the option just to add on at a, you know, at a lower price as well. That can be like catching a falling knife though, because you don't know where the bottom's likely to be. This moving in hasn't moved these out. I mean, it's moved them out, you know, gradually on aggregate, but I wanted, you know, I anticipated that one of these was going to really react quite strongly to this coming in, which it hasn't. So thus this position that I'm in at the moment, but still, I mean, it's come, oh, okay, so it's gone into 6s. If that breaks 6s, that could mean trouble. But it is holding for now, and there is good reason to hold these positions at least for the interim. Oh my god, not training very responsible. Well, let's see. Let's put this here. Let's put this here. It breaking 6s is a problem. might still come back into it as resistance, but yeah, I'm just wrong on this one. Oh my god. Yeah, this is just one of those days. I mean, I'm not mad at the market. It does what it does, but you know, that one maybe I got the let's just try and get out of this. So I got the call right completely 100% on this. Didn't have enough money in it. Jumped in this one a bit too rash, and as a result had to carry, you know, the loss. So I was right overall, but wrong in some of the decisions. Well, actually, no, I wasn't right on this one because of the anticipation that this was going to continue to drift caused by this coming in, which didn't happen. In fact, it's the only one of these that came in and didn't drift. But hey, c'est la vie. It's in the grand scheme of things, it's not too bad. But let's see. At the moment, what I'm seeing is if there is, you know, is typically just retracing now. I'm just seeing if I can reduce the red up on this, because the further this goes up, the less loss is hedged across all the outcomes.
This event will start in 5 minutes. 5 minutes.
That is coming in strong. Look at the money on that. Let me just have a reorder. 4 minutes. Ooh. Yeah, the temptation is to trade that volatility, but yeah, just have to play a bit smarter now. Stick to my strengths, which is 5 minutes before the off. Not 5 minutes before the off. So you can see here, if I were to hedge up, it'd be around about £3. Oh, actually, I made some money on this, so that okay, that nets it out. So yeah, these two were just actually correlated. Can't see it, but this here, this moved down and up, this moved down and up. They were correlated. They were moving in the same direction. But hey, woulda, coulda, shoulda. Let's read up on that and move on to the next one. So what does that put me on a day? So far I think that's about £1. Ooh, £2. Let's call that 320. So 470, and that's why I'm still using small stakes, because you know, having after a good run of you know, several days with just no losses and profitability. Yesterday and today, well, yesterday was different because I was definitely trading heavier positions, but today yeah, I just need to look into why today is turning out as it is. But in any case, we've got 17 minutes the off on this one. Favorite at 4s, second favorite at 6s, very similar kind of price action, very consolidating. Third favorite here, It's come in, started to drift, hitting its highs at resistance. Let's see if we can get price for what those highs are. 7.6. Okay. So, just wait and see what structures itself on this one. Sixes. Okay. So, just wait and see here. Considering a break of sixes on this. Drift on this one, maybe. Breaking sevens. Oh no, what is that? 7.6. Yeah. So break higher. 7.6. Oh, hang on, that's broken. Did I say 6 on that one? Yes, I did. And it has broken it. Taking an aggressive trade there. That might have been it. I think the other ones might have been stretching the stretching the profit a bit more. Or I was going for more profit, more ticks in the previous ones, which isn't a bad thing if the risk rewards is in check. It might just been outside the realms of probability. So I'll need to watch back. But in any case, sorry, just mumbling, thinking aloud there. But basically, here at the moment, looking to take a tick or two on this. So still on a touch here, looking to get filled to increase the short position, but holding out here, anticipating that this, you know, could break lower, but would at least come into support where it is currently. It's got filled on that. .1. I'll leave those in for now, but breaks of 4.1 might be of interest on this one, breaking this resistance, especially as this comes in. But this is my favoured short, if you like. It has done it. Okay. So I've got some skin in the game on this one. Go for a scalp. a bit more defensive game. Of course, splitting my attention now because I've got two positions here now and two selections, so that increases the difficulty of concentration. So I'm short on this but long on this. Partial fill on this. Oh, there's a lot to think about. All right. So take it out because that will confuse things. So yeah, this is tricky because this is basically two positions that I'm holding. I'm on a touch on both of them. So that will net this position if that gets filled. But I still need this to get filled. Oosh. Let's just cancel that just because it will confuse me even more. But this here is just waiting for, I'm at the front of the queue on this, or at least on one of the positions, so waiting for that to get filled, but also waiting for this to get filled. Okay. Yeah, well, very right on both directions, but I didn't have enough money in to take advantage of the bigger moves and was concentrating on two things at the same time. So I was only able to get a tick overall, but it was over, you know, two different selections. So the cumulative effect of that is, you know, an all right return from both of them. So 55 on that, greened up. Let's have a look at the next one. So next one here, 24 minutes to the off. Favorite here, fours come in, drifted, well, in recent times, but just hit support. So breaks to those lows could be of interest. 3.55 be the low, so breaks lower than that. Second favorite here came in, consolidated, hit support at its lows at fours, I think, and it's just drifted away from that. So it could be going to attack these highs, or it could be coming back in to attack these lows. Third favorite has a ever so slight steam going on, so those highs are getting lower. The lows arguably are getting a bit lower, but it's coming to support its lows there at I think 6.4. So breaks to that lower might be of interest, but also this high here, whatever that is, what, 6.8, breaks higher of 6.8 could be of interest to be long on. But just going to wait to see what materializes on this. Just looking away from screen just for a moment, just to do some things that need to be done. So that. So all right, so yeah, just gonna wait. We've got some, I mean, there's a decent amount of matched on this for the time that's out. Tight book. Just need to wait for some more readable activity to appear here. But yeah, if you are watching on Twitch, feel free to see back my progress over the last 39 days now on YouTube. Links in the profile there. You can see how I have all my successes and failures as well. So hopefully you can learn from them, have a laugh at them, don't really care, whatever you feel. If it's there for entertainment, and yeah, hopefully there's some lessons that can be learned. I'm definitely learning myself, so I just find the videos to watch back on. It's good I mean, it's good practice, but it's good to just have a reference point for my progress as well. But yeah, find that on YouTube, and then obviously on Twitch it's just Mr. Exchange Trader. Stream live every day and then upload to YouTube after. So let's get back to this. Enough chit chat. This support is holding here, and whatever this support level is, what did I say, 3.5, these lows. So breaks of that is what I'm after, to be short. And these at resistance is good correlation, because break and support here would likely see to a break in resistance here, or one of the other ones. But just wait and see, really. Still 21 minutes off or so. So money hasn't really arrived as yet. I mean, there is some movement. It's tradable, but I'm waiting on the breaks. Need the breaks. These are the breaks. So breakouts, just as I said, are the ones that, you know, have a tendency to move more. Fruit Shoot 82 is just asking, what are my settings for the top right advanced chart? This one. This is just aligned. So this, we go to settings. So on settings, I've got it set to the charts section is set to prices or price, and then the data series is just last traded price, and then it's set up as a line chart. So yeah, very simple setting that I've got there. I definitely have started to so what about the time? So you're asking about the time period. I think it's the maximum. So the maximum that you can have on this is 999 data points. So, which is odd, because it doesn't feel like there's 999 data points on there, even if it's a tick. I mean, it's 999 seconds, which is, what have I got it set to? No, so this is a tick chart, so this should show. So sorry, to answer your question, Fruit Shoot A2, I've got the interval set to 1 tick, and the data point sent to the maximum, which is 999. But yeah, this isn't ideal for me in terms of what I want to see. I want to see basically this, but in this form, so all of the price history here. But this helps incredibly now in terms of determining what the lows were recently, rather than having to guess what they were off of the chart. No probs, Fruit Shoot. No probs, mate. So, okay, this is broken sevens now. A while ago, actually. Coming back in. 18 minutes. It's been a tricky thing with a Monday because I mean, to be honest, the races have been pretty high quality, but there is 15 minutes between them, so that can leave me about 20 to 25 minutes out, which is no major problem. It's not, you know, it's nothing to complain about, but it's just a different vibe that it has to the day, different pacing that it will have to the day, compared to, say, you know, Friday or Saturday, when everything's, you know, just maybe 5 to 10 minutes out between the races. So yeah, even though my preference is that 15 to 20 minutes off before, you know, when I finish a race, it can be, you know, 10 minutes before the off, meaning that can be 25 minutes to sometimes half an hour out for the next one. Again, nothing to complain about. It's just something to be aware of in terms of how that might affect my trading going forward. Very static still. 6.4. Breaker 6.4 might be of interest on this to short. There's a gentle drift on this, isn't there? Ever so gentle, but it is going into resistance. These lows are getting higher, and the highs are arguably getting higher, and it is breaking marginally higher, but I'm just worried about these previous highs that it could be going into. Might be buying into that. Might be make more sense to look for something that's more clear and free like this one. So if this breaks 6.4, there's nothing really significantly acting as support for quite a way. Oh, it's broken it. Okay. Let's see if I can get on the right side of this. It's starting to drift as well, which could help this, but just have to wait and see. So I've got £10 in the skin in the game on this one. Trying to get a bit more on, but at a preferred price. Those were quite aggressive entries that I've taken on that for the first part of this anyway. Nearing the front of the queue on this one for at least part of the position. £9 need to be matched. Other stuff drifting here. This has continued. Has it continued? Well, it's drifting anyway. This is rolled over, so at least gives me premise to be short on this still. I'm going to be a bit more defensive on my exits, I think. 13 minutes 40 to go. Drifting. These two, in fact, I didn't realise these are correlated now. This move here and this move here. Been at the front of the queue on this one for a while, but yeah, I've got position on it at least. In fact, I'll put that in to get some position in anticipation this gets filled for the rest. Oh, careful. What am I doing? Yeah, that was... Yeah, I had another closing position way outside the money, but that would have put my net position to 15, whereas I'm still waiting to get filled on this. So that would have put me net long had all of those, you know, the market suddenly gone down in my favor to get all of those filled, but then I'd be, you know, £5 or whatever that is, you know, £3.25 long on the position. So I need to get this filled really before I can consider my additional closing positions. I'm more inclined to think this is going to hit support, maybe. Let's see. Surprising this hasn't got matched yet, but hey, what can you do? Okay, so got some of this matched, but not all of it. Still £8.75 net on it. Not super convinced this could break that support. So, oh, hang on. Shit. Wait, what you doing? What you doing? What you doing? Close. Cancel that. Oh, how do I do that? So I need £8.75, £2. Oh fuck, £3.75. Yeah, this is a problem that I knew that would have to deal with at some point, where I've got partial exits like this. So I need £8.75 net position laid off. I mean, I could do it like this if I want £3.75. But yeah, I'm not the strongest on maths, so I don't favour doing that manually. But hey. So yeah, weird one to explain, but basically there's £8.75 net. I already had a £5 position in there. Didn't want to cancel that so that I lose position on it and then have to, you know, put in a full £8.75 net position. So it meant I had to calculate the difference for what would net off this position. Long-winded, but yeah, it's one of the things that I knew that would be likely have to deal with working with bigger stakes, because you only get partial fills. So yeah, it's an interesting problem to have to deal with. So getting the first part of that filled, just waiting on the second part. And you're limited to what you can do if you're using only small stakes, because the minimum that you can put into a position is £2. So if you're trying to do, you know, if you've got partial exits that are less than £2 or partial, you know, fills, you're not going to be able to put those in. So that's one of the advantages of working with big amounts. You can always at least divide up any partial exits that you might need. This is definitely hanging around at support here. Do still have this position in. I've got, you know, excellent position on it because I'm right at the front. Got a field on that one. Got some green. Do I want to leave this in? Tell you what, I'll see if I can steal an extra 2p. Not right. Okay, it's gone back. So I was going to green there, but just held out for a bit more profit. So I've got net 11.25. Put that in at sixes. What else is everything else doing? This is drifting hard. This is drifting. Yeah, okay. I mean, there's reason to hold this here. Although, you know, less greedy approach might be just to take it to this level. But it doesn't pull back. So hope this doesn't bite me in the arse. So, you know, being too greedy just for an extra tick, but you know, the risk has to warrant the reward. It's pulling away. Shit. Right, it's going into resistance at 7, so I'm gonna hold out. again, this could come back to bite me in the arse. That's a strong move down there. Oh dear, oh dear. 6 minutes and a half to go. 7's acting as resistance. That's just coming in very strong. There we go. A lot of movement just to get back exactly to where I was, 4 minutes ago, or however long it was ago. So, more movement doesn't equate to more success, which is one of the reasons I try to avoid this period here, because I need to look into it. But for some reason, I frequently, when I've traded in that less than 5 minute period, just give money back. Just read it not as well.
This event will start in 5 minutes. 5 minutes.
There you go. So next one here, just what's going on with Guardian here? Just trying to fix this. What's going on? I think I must have changed one of the settings on this. Anyway, oh, I know what it is. There we go. Remove suspended markets. God, so many features on this software. So the next one, we've got 19 minutes, 20 seconds to the off. Favourite at 6s. First thing that pops out, these two seem quite correlated. So this movement here, drifted, hit resistance, drifted, hit resistance. Favourite here has come in and hit support, as is this one, although differently. That these two at least currently seem relatively correlated in their movement. So bearish, consolidate, bearish, consolidate. These two seem quite correlated. Bullish, consolidate, bullish, consolidate, and these two are the inverse of these two, roughly. 24 grand match with 18 minutes and 40 seconds to go. Not great. Book could be tighter. Book seems a bit thin here as well. Selection of money on these seems a bit thin, so need to be wary of trading this one. But see what we can make out of it in terms of structuring a potential trade. So 6.6 I think is that support level. Really? Yeah, I mean that would make sense. So 6.6 here is the low, so a break of that might be of interest. It will be these lows here. Ideally you'd want to see some divergence between these two, because these have just been doing the same thing and then the front runners. So ideally this break in support and this break in resistance, so these highs here, or vice versa, this breaking these highs here and this breaking these lows, could help the decision. Although let's have a look at this one. It's 11.5. It breaking that resistance could be of interest. Yeah, there's a few things that might come out to play, but it's just really sort of waiting game to see what actually does materialize, really. 7.5, 7.6. So this 7.6 is this high, and 6.6 is this low. Reorder. Oh, okay, so just had a reorder, and that's dropped that fourth one off by the looks of it. This seems of interest now. It's just steamed in, approaching its lows at 10.5. So break of 10.5 on this might be of interest. This is in, this is correlated to these ones. Everything's bearish. Everything can't be bearish. What's going on? Oh, well, I mean, it could be reflected in this book being not as tight as it could be. But, yeah, the maths doesn't stack up that everything can be moving in the same direction. So, I'm trying not to just jump in on the price action alone, but to look for some confirming, divergence in price. So I could just be saying, oh, right, this is going down, this is going down, this is going down, let me jump on that. But I'd prefer to see something else moving out to help confirm that. It gives bigger kind of credential to the potential breakout as well. Because if something else is moving strongly out or in, then that's likely to affect the other selection strongly as well. So now we got 14.5 minutes. Creeping into its lows. As I say, it was 6.6, maybe it's 6.8. No, 6.6 is the low. Still looking at this. Breaks of 10.5. Looking at this. Well, there's okay. So there's started to be some divergence now. So this is still persisting to its lows. This has started to roll over at support. So more partial to shorting this than shorting this. Mm. 13 minutes. 29 grand. Still a lot of vig in that book. Decent amount of divergence now at least. So this is at resistance, this is at support, but yeah, need to wait for something to break. What's that high? 10.5. Okay. So break at 10.5 may be of interest on this, so it'll be breaking that resistance. I think 6.8 is probably a clearer reference in terms of this recent support, but yeah, that might not happen. Is that Is that broken? 10.5. I think it has. Alright, it's touched it. It's actually 11s. I'm looking at this. So this here you can see is creeped higher here. So it's just meeting its previous resistance, but not breaking it. Is there anything else that's... Yeah, this is rolled over again. That's why I don't get in on those too early, those breakups. Because this is just, it's found support rather than breaking it. And it's now going to potentially test these highs again. So these have, or even break past those highs. These are all very highly priced odds. Okay. Muppet, come on. So just seeing this break past its previous support, which is why I put that entry in there. Gonna try with a pretty conservative scalp here. And you know, have to be aware of how high these odds are and the amount I'm putting in. It's a very heavy position, but yeah, I've duly noted. Buyer beware. Oh, this one was the one that broke harder. So this is, I mean, it's still consolidating. Slight uptick on that as well. Don't like that. Don't like that, mate. Don't like that. See if I can get out on this sort of tick. Yeah, got to be happy with what the market gives me. So let me just hedge that across the board. So 9 minutes left. Do I want to participate still in this market? What can I see? 6.8 still holding a support, so a break of that might still be of interest. This is, at least in the ladder, seems to be showing more bullishness. Oh, the chart says something different. No, okay, so this one's breaking lower. 9.2. Okay, seeing some uptick in that, so alright. Again, could be against my better judgment, but just trying to see if I can take and seeing the bearishness on this, it breaking support. Just trying to capitalize on that, potentially moving lower. Alright, let's just take that market. So those two combined gives about £1 profit across the board. You know, decent return there, but trading at very high amounts for, you know, in relation to the odds. But yeah, okay, let's move on. So next is at that's the same one. So this one here, 17 minutes tee off, 38 grand matched. Favorite threes come in, found support. So break of that support, 3.3 lower, might be of interest. Second favorite also though is come in and found support. So same concept. I'd want to see some divergence really to make that viable as a trade. So one to be hitting support, one to be, you know, moving away from it. Third favourite here though is drifting. So going long on this could be of interest. Actually, it's just broken its. Yeah. Okay. These two are the red herring because they're both moving in the same way at the moment. They both got similar positions with this big chunk of money on the backside. But they both. It's highly unlikely that they're both going to come in. So the struggle is in finding which one to pick. So, you know, my efforts might be better spent. Hang on, is it this one? This one's broken its support. 5.5. It's gonna be tricky now because there would be my preferred price, 3.6. I don't want to go behind that. How long have I got? 15 minutes. Okay, I'm going to go aggressive. So I'm anticipating that this... do I really want to do that? No, okay. Just, chill for a sec. The market's always... I do feel this is going to move down, but it's just the positioning based on this chunk of money means that I'm unlikely to get filled at favourable prices. Alright, it is budging. Alright. See, this is the price that I wanted to get backed in at. But I did see it make some, you know, noticeable moves lower. Let's see if I can... steal something there. I've got some skin in the game, and so far on the right side. So let me just see how I can play this a bit more defensive. This is still coming in. So maybe the play is to just jump in front of that money. 15. No, this is showing signs of bearishness as well. This is still bearish overall. Yeah, got to play it smart. Yeah, I was contemplating just jumping in front of this and taking another, you know, building a position before this at 355. But there's still a lot of bearishness on the other charts here. So this is still, you know, very bearish. So reluctantly have to err on the side of caution. What are you doing? No, that's not what I want. Muppet. Come on, sort yourself out. That's what I want. Yeah, in fact, this is just finding support. Let's just take a shitty profit on this. Well, I can't call it shitty profits. Profit's a profit, but you know, I haven't really been able to position myself ideally on this, so I just need to suck it up and either scratch the trade, which I have the option to get out break even right now if I wanted to, or attempt for, you know, a tick profit. Of course, there might be more money that comes in on this, and you know, this could go down. That would be, you know, a favorable position, because it means that I'm getting further to the front of the queue on this, and there's still more money coming in on at that. But yeah, not really seeing that at the moment. Yeah, not feeling this at all, mate. No, let's play defense. I'm gonna scratch it if the market lets me. Yeah, defense on it, and it went in my favour anyway. Sod's law, but you know, I don't know don't have a crystal ball. I can only do what I do based on what I see. So 11 minutes left. Right. This correlation is just these two moving the same way. Danger. And this has been sat at sevens forever. I would be bullish on that, but it's just hasn't really moved past sevens. I mean, maybe a market might be viable. Just under 7, so 6.8, I'm guessing. Yeah, 6.8. It's way off. Eesh. I feel this one is slightly more bearish than this one. This one's just holding support, whereas this one's breaking it. What would be a decent price? Well, 3.25 to be short. to be short. Right. So, that just ticked down there. Let me scratch that. Yeah, just notice this. Let me get out of this. Yeah, this breaking its support there. I mean, I was bearish on that, but yeah, you know what? This correlation is just, I don't know what to do with that. So this, however, is broken 8s. Okay. This does interest me. Oof. See if I can get a fair price for it. So got some skin in the game. Don't know how optimistic I am on that. Ooh, no, hang on, 85. On that moving up though. But I do sense it could just hit resistance for a while. He says. He says as it proceeds to move in the opposite direction, but it is coming back into support, so I'll maintain this here. See if it retraces. So it's gone back into the touch there. I do need to pay this a bit more, less recklessly. So I mean, yeah, this position is too heavy. I need to rethink. I mean, this is £30 at 8s. Look how much each tick is going to be, you know, worth greened up. So that's danger. Fuck. So 8s. Wait, what is that? 8.2. Fuck. All right. Yeah, I'm not protecting my the downside enough on this. Well, in a few of the recent trades, I don't think. Just a bit too reckless. So let me just reduce this position. Still anticipate that this could go back into resistance, but have to act as if it won't. Right. Yeah, these are the real movers and shakers. These two are just still moving together. Don't quite understand that. Has that broken support? Yes, it has. Fuck. Dear, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. See if I can get out, break even on this.
This event will start in 5 minutes.
Okay.
5 minutes.
Yeah. Not happy with that trade overall. I mean, break even on it, but I need to, you know, I was too heavy on the position. Just need to pay more attention to, you know, what I'm getting into. Or how much I'm getting into on a position. So, yeah. All right. Yeah, I think I'm going to leave that one for now, or I will leave that for now. So, 15 minutes, 14 minutes to the off here. Favourite at 5s. Or in fact, front runners at 5s. Third favourite here is on a drift. Fourth is coming in. These are the two trends that really stick out for me. So potentially long on this, potentially short on this. 8.2 is the low on this. So break of 8.2 maybe. Break of, what is that, 7.6. Higher. This has got a good resistance here. That's 6s, I think. No, it's 5.9. Maybe a 6. Don't know. Break higher anyway on that, or a break lower at 5.3. There's a few opportunities here, but just need to wait. 5.3 on this one as well as a low. Interesting. In fact, I'd favour the short on this over the break on that. So if that breaks 5.3 lower, that would be nice. This one was 7.6, 5.3, 7.6. Okay. So 5.3 break of this, 7.6 break higher on this would be of interest. And possibly a break higher on that of, I think, 5.9 going higher. One of them, not all of them. Yeah, snipped. So seeing this break is support, at least according to the advanced chart. So just trying to build a short position based on that. 25, again that could be, I mean 35 overall, yeah, it's not too strong, it's okay. It could struggle with support, this one, breaking it. I mean it's just at it at the moment. Just going to lighten it while I got the chance there. So take off some of that position. So £15 net. Yeah, let's bring this up. So I've got £10, so I've got another £5 matched. What's my Q position? Decent Q position available there, so I'm just gonna go in there, see if I can get matched. So £12 in the Q before I get matched, estimated £12. There we go. That's all of it. Do feel it could, you know, potentially move lower, but I'm just paying a bit more defense. And there we go, 9 minutes 40 to the off. So let's have a look at what's going on in terms of P&L. So far, I have got. So I started the day with a £2.22 profit. As I said, I think probably the biggest profit I made on screen. Then 34p loss, then a £3.38 loss, then a £3.20 loss, then a 54p profit, 35p profit, a 99p profit, and this last one here, let's call this 55p profit. That puts me at, again, shit with the maths, so let me just bring out the old calculator. 227. Yeah, I mean, you know, given the losses prior to that, that's not bad. Gradually eking away back at that to, you know, break even. Still got some time left on the day. There aren't evening races, but I do feel my attention is starting to dissipate, so maybe just take an hour or so off and see how that goes. But I'll chalk this up as a loss today, but again, it's not much in the grand scheme of things. It's always 2 steps forward, 1 step back. So I'm still happy with the progress overall, but just need to dial in a few things. I think position size might be a bit out of kilter on some of these, but yeah, some food for thought. Keep on practicing day after day. But yeah, if you found it useful, you're on YouTube, feel free to give it a like and follow if you're not already, and I'll be back again tomorrow around about midday UK time. Yeah, as long as there's racing on. I don't know, I think the schedules might change a bit near after coming to Christmas, but yeah, as long as there's races on, I should be back tomorrow. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you later. Bye.